Okay, so now we are going to the class trial. Trying to figure out who killed Byakuya, which I have no clue. Not even the slightest clue who killed him.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
Hey, what the heck is the mountain? Well, when did that get there? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain ship like Monokuma?
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all of this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
We still needed his knowledge. Still can't believe he's dead. Byakuya. What happened to Gunman Hiko? Now that you mention it, it appears that they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Oh, hell nah. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know? Look, I dragged them, this one back here.
Don't fuck
over
with
here.
me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey! Come on now!
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey, Hiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
You. That's enough. You too, Hiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened?
I'm right here.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. What do you guys' ear and back look like? Huh?
Hey.
Seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
Please, wait a second.
What's this?
My mon ami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Hmm? Do you actually want to join in?
You
You want to
masochistic
taste how
mascot!
powerless you are in the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
You mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance. We talked to... Oh, okay, we do. Oh, what the? Something's shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. We go in the mouth. Oh. Yep. Something came out.
No way.
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Mega Z is trembling in his fear while these hamsters have long names. That's so totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already.
Ah.
Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid!
Complaining won't help get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sakes. We come this far, we have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have to be a high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaken with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock.
Huh?
This is an elevator? I see, this entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chatter sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending, and then the elevator door slowly opened.
welcome! Ta-da!
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fate.
Why, you
What the hell is he thinking, locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
don't fuck with me!
Are you crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Blame all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate flute impersonate Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as a leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can't believe it. And if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, as life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Let's look at our truth bullets. Oh man, I do not know how I'm gonna do well in this class trial. So time of death is 11:30. He's been stabbed multiple times. And he was underneath the table where he was stabbed. He was dragged under there and then stabbed. He wasn't stabbed before and then dragged under. Oh, there's a knife with blood and paint on it. Pretty sure that's not the murder weapon though. I think the skewer is the murder weapon. There's gaps in the floorboard. So the time of death was definitely 11:30 because the AC and like the blackout proved it. I'm pretty sure Byakuya was the one with the night vision goggles. Oops. I have no clue what that is for. I'm guessing it's because it shows that she wasn't responsible because she was all tied up. She heard everyone talking, what they said and who said in what order. The irons were on, which most likely helped cause the blackout. I don't know about this. It's just a tablecloth with blood on it, so I don't know if that happened beforehand or what. Terry said that it was a blackout throughout the whole building. Connie and Pico were the only ones that ate the party dishes. There's a fire door. The only thing missing on the equipment list was the skewer. She said that it was impossible to get underneath the building and saw Hiko come by. There's an envelope that we found in Byakuya's, and there was a murder. Who's this one? Oh, he went to the office after blackout and just saw no one. She said that somebody was murdered by a thin metal rod. Which is a skewer. I'm telling you, it's a skewer. I don't know why or how we find it. It's probably underneath the floorboards. But in that case, Gunn must have found it. Oh, somebody was in the bathroom the whole time. Until after the murder happened. I honestly don't know who done this. So I can't do any skills, so we may as well just go straight into the class trial and see how we do.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Poor Monomi.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monomi, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules?
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking of if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at the very important moment. Sorry, but please excuse my irritating rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, we'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all your classmates will speak one after another without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to use the reticle. Fire with left LMB. Pay close attention to each statement. And blast them. Okay. Escape button. Can review the controls. Because I'm guessing they just start out like counter each argument, I guess. Okay. So knife. Gaps in floorboard, bloodstain under a table.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Oh, baby.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong!
I thought I missed that.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I can tell already. She has to murder someone.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Oh shit, I forgot. Oh my god, I didn't mean. Oh. The knife? I didn't even read. It went by so fast. We'll do the knife.
I can prove it with this! It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon!"
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right? Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
So in the previous statement, there's only one weak spot, but from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in that debate at a time. It means that there will be false weak spots. If you choose a false weak spot during a truthful, then not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Oh, lovely. If your gauge reaches 0, you will fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine what the spots are actualize your mistakes. You concentrate by holding down the space. Okay, you can slow down. Okay. Please use it when you feel like. However, this does consume the focus gauge. Escape for controls. Yay. Oh no. I'm horrible at these. So, if I screw up, rip me. There are so many. It has to be night vision goggles.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
Okay, that's good.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black!
Mm-hmm.
It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong! No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
I will chill. No, because he had the case
No,
in his
that's
case.
obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden army? Yeah. Between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's mark with the WASD key. Okay. Based on the shape of their remark, it's important to know whether to cut vertically out. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of the counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness, even if you miss, so be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. That means conversation will develop. If that happens, it will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain this. What the f? Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other person's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please, and use left mouse button. I'm sorry, what? What's a truth blade? Appears that it has been delayed. In this mode, truth bullets, what we call. Okay. So, truth blades instead of bullets. So, is it the same? Oh my god, I have no clue what I'm doing. We need to chill for a second. Like, what? I think it's this. It has to be this.
If you just use common sense.
What do we do?
The killer obviously used those night vision goggles.
That's
gotta be it.
I honestly don't know what I'm doing.
Damn it!
Oh my god, I am confusion.
If you just use the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it! Because if they used, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
There.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Okay, now I understand. I have to just destroy all those remarks with WASD.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Okay. And then I used... Okay, I understand now. It was...
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
I don't like this guy.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
I agree with you. The knife was brought in the case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's impossible. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party and started. I should prove it. The duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
So the paint was used.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
Because of the note he got.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
No. That's right, Byakuya probably knew there was. Okay. I didn't you read that? Okay. What the heck is it? Am I missing it? Oh, here it is.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies! It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us. Who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Is that what the cord is all about?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Oh yeah, the paint, I guess that, oh, okay. Oh yeah, because since it was dark, you could, okay. No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from underneath the table into his hands.
I see.
Glowing paint.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance? But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen. They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
It's not Peko. Because...
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
I am not the killer.
No, because the circuit breaker was too high.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But But with Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pecco was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? No, whoever set the 2 ACs to 1130 and used the 3 irons caused the blackout. Oh no. More. After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing if we call the weak spots you've seen up until now. Argue spots, the blue-covered ones are agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Oh, instead of arguing that the other person contains lies, please fire the truth bullet to prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. It's getting a little hot in here. From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what debate. Jesus. Okay, well, good luck and have fun. Oh, I'm gonna have a blast. I am gonna have a blast. Oh, I'm gonna...
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Oh,
Why is it impossible?
I'm gonna redo this
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
Yeah, okay.
I agree with that. No, I think Pecco is telling the truth.
So she was the one in the bathroom the whole time.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pecco's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
But don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did
Someone
you
needs to kill him.
excited?
Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Becca's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Ah. Please don't enter anything. Okay. No, it couldn't be the party
Did you
dishes
eat
because
anything weird?
Akane did it and she was fine.
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a
Akane
little
was
bit from the dining hall.
eating it all too, so
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
I don't know if it's that one.
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
Might have been that one.
I wouldn't do anything like that! Laxatives would ruin the taste!
So does
Just a
this
little
one.
bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you?
Yeah.
No, that's wrong! No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
I mean, it was a fair point.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease this bickering!
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Well, at least they don't feel like this is going anywhere.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't
Someone
need
needs
to
to
tell
kill her
us.
too. I hate some of these characters
Trashy
so much.
skank?
Either that or somebody accuse her of murder so she can just get punished. As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout stuff is what actually important. So we need to make it clear how the blackout occurred. The 2 AC and the 3 iron. This one.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
It's not
Maybe they
bucket,
used a
it's
remote
longer.
control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does
Ugh.
not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
I'm gonna do this one. No, okay. I don't understand this game.
Crap!
Is there a way to skip ahead? I thought there was a way to
Who
skip
tripped the
ahead.
breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
I don't know.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Okay, it's not that one.
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It has to be this
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
one. Okay. Fucking Christ. I just had a
I agree with
more
that.
line and I would have gotten it.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh, not one of these. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
Okay, I think I understand
What
how
the
this
heck?
works now, but
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
okay, I think the ACs are the sword that I have to use. It has to be the sword. Okay. Yes, it's the AC timer. I just don't understand.
The irons in the storage room caused then for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
Ooh, I'm gonna slice the thing that I'm
But the
supposed to
people in the
slice.
dining hall weren't. If the irons, then the
Oh,
killer
I
had to
knew it.
go to the storage room before
I didn't get to
that.
read it.
Damn
I
it!
knew it. I didn't expect it to come in the middle.
The irons in the storage room caught, then for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Okay, chill.
No,
It's
just
right in the
because
middle.
people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't. If the irons caused the black,
Allow me to cut through those words.
Starting to understand it now.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
air conditioners.
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering like how they knew those 5 things would cause the blackout.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
Jeez.
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time, and maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No,
It was too high.
the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's all right. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any
I agree
progress.
with that.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth.
Oh, Monami was
Despite
pissed.
the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
What is happening?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito,
Jeez.
there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me. Because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already!
Monokuma's not gonna be happy.
I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down. We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
No, this guy is bipolar.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
Dude, he reminds me of Junko.
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single
Unless he's doing this to push us all.
That's wrong. I think...
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
Oh, I missed out on that.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person.
Do we?
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Oh yeah, the cord. Okay, now this is where the cord gets in. Even if they had to obtain the knife, they rely on the glow from the paint in order to do that. They need to get close to that table while it was still dark. Yeah.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Yeah, see the cord. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark is clearly shown in this diagram. I don't think it's Nagito though, he's the closest, but I don't know if that's him. First we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Spot selection.
Here!
This. Oh my god, there are so many new things from the first
Killer
one
must have
and
used
this
the
one.
desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way to... They used the desk lamp. The killer used the power cord.
I can prove it with this! They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right?
There is no way Nagito killed him, right?
By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And
He's the closest
there's
one.
only one person here who could have done that.
No way is he the one that killed.
Who?
No way. There's only one person here who could possibly done it. Is it really? No.
You're the only one!
Are you serious?
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means, the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
It can't be him because... No, I don't believe it's him. Nagito's chance of hiding the knife underneath was when he was cleaning.
I see!
I mean, it's all pointing to him, but it'd be too obvious to be
Nagito,
him.
weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning?
I think the killer wanted to.
If
Makes
so,
Nagito look like
you would have had a chance to
he's the
hide
one.
the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another,
He is also the lucky student, but
I wonder, is something like that even possible?
pretty sure he's like the unlucky student.
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To get the trouble of preparing this, what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it? I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the
I don't
fact that you
think it's
did it,
Nagito.
didn't you, you
It might be more
motherfucker?
you. I just
Well,
didn't look at her
just
writing.
admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something!
He's able to break. There's no way that you killed him,
The
right?
Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! Ah, how wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
What is happening? Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As the hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my
No
doing
way.
all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
I don't believe it.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles.
No, I think he's saying this to throw us off. He's gonna say something that we know is false and will prove that he's innocent. It
Because
has
of
to be.
that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all
He's gonna
saw
say that
how
the knife is the murder
played out.
weapon, but Mikan proved that it wasn't. It was a thin rod, which
But
is
with a
yours.
twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy is he the real
Hey,
nigga?
Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with a lot of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions. It was all a trap to manipulate us.
No way, dude. Nikki, you
Yep,
seem like such
that's
a big
true too.
character.
But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning
Oh,
duty?
he's a lucky student.
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
So he put his luckiness into it. Nagito's talent. I believe his talent is
I see!
ultimately fifth.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Well, I'm left with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine. Let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Yeah. Let's talk about the freaking knife not being the murder weapon. Oh my god, if he can actually form something.
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes
Dude,
me
I
wanna
hope she's the
puke.
killer so we can just offer.
I'm sorry.
He's such a little cunt.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
I agree.
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Let's put on white light. Oh, Jesus Christ. More stuff. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your defense. Please time your truth bullets right. If it's gentle. Okay, well, I have white noise, I guess. In that case, all means the explanation didn't mean anything at all. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair, even though it's meaningless. Allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. Okay, so I gotta avoid it completely. Press the start button during these arguments. You can review the controls. Start? That was... well... okay, good luck, have fun, yay! I love more obstacles. Struggling. Oh, it has to be this one. We haven't talked about this one yet.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Oh, chill.
He has already confessed.
You know...
I think he's one of those guys that wants to see us.
That bastard
all die.
Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
No, that's wrong!
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's a skewer. There's no other murder weapon. They didn't lie to
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
Jeez, this guy's pretty rough too.
Not a whorehouse! Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon?
I don't know why, but I'm like leaning towards her.
As
I don't
long
know
as
why.
we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has
See,
to be
she's
you.
pointing the blame at him.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout?
I think we'll have to use her account because she heard everything.
If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Group is something else.
Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
I agree.
Nobody can see in the dark. No matter how hard you
Yeah,
think
but
about
she
it.
can hear. She
The
heard
truth
everything.
is beyond your sight.
You were literally with me.
Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
Truth be honest, the truth is beyond it. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Whoa, okay, too fast.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For reals?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on.
Nagito's
I can't
almost
eat like
all-
this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure,
Oh
and
my God.
personality totally suck.
She's just trashing everyone.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell?
does
What's
it
going
do?
on here?
What is happening?
This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
No,
As a
he
sign
wouldn't.
of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make.
Still denying all this.
I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. I still don't believe this. He got shoved out from underneath his table before he could even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible, I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Oh, so he did it before? No, it couldn't be, because the knife was off the duct tape. I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like exactly what
After
happened.
getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on!
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to
So
plan.
he was trying to kill Byakuya, but Byakuya stopped him by throwing him out underneath the table.
But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's
I knew
night
it.
vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
Okay, hold it. Literally 10 minutes wasted.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Can agree.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward.
What is that?
Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
This guy's crazy. Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him. But this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if you don't, we will all die here. This is the longest class driver. Wait. Suspended.
Well now,
Class try has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who has figured out who it is, how about you try the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever first guess the killer will have their... Okay. If you guess right, I'll reward with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course. For those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
now then, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna just continue on, because honestly, I don't know what the hell this game is in. Okay, well, now I'm just gonna off myself. Just kidding, you can't make a decision or choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is. I didn't press... Oh.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
You're so evil!
You truly are a villain.